Gaslighting strategy so that you can spot a social abuser. This first gaslighting technique is probably what I would call the most innocent. I think it's very common for people to do it. But if it's used in isolation, as in there's no other abuse parent, then that person probably isn't an abuser. They're just doing something that a lot of people do. It's still problematic, it still needs to be challenged. It is normalizing. So normalizing is basically a technique where the gaslighter, the abuser, will play down what is happening because everyone does it. Because I dealt with a serial gaslighter very recently. Now what they did was that when I confronted them with the fact that they were supporting people being two-faced behind my back in my business, they basically said that every workplace is like that, right? Now that's normalizing. So what you're doing is you're basically taking the behavior that is undesirable, abusive, toxic, harmful, and saying that it is acceptable because it's literally everywhere. So there's two things going on here. One, the abuser doesn't want to take responsibility for their actions. And so by saying that everyone does it, there's nothing to address and you have to accept it. And two, the actual gaslighting part, which is the distorting of reality, is basically making you believe that it does go on everywhere, when it doesn't. There are places where this sort of stuff doesn't happen, wherever it may be. I've heard people excuse abuse in families by saying all families do it, which is obviously ridiculous and incredibly harmful. If someone is normalizing but they're not doing any other form of abuse, then it still needs to be challenged, but it doesn't mean they're an abuser. But if normalizing is paired up with any other form of abuse or other gaslighting, okay, we have a problem. Tackle it.